Hello students, in this video we will work on section 3, grammar. It is on page 102, 102, and the grammar lesson is the first conditional. The first conditional is used to talk about things which might happen in the future. All right, might happen is maybe. It connects a possible action, something you could do, with another possible action, something that could happen. The action usually starts with if. It is usually in the simple present. The consequence is usually in the future tense or uses a modal verb, can or should. All right, so the consequence is the thing that might happen, that maybe will happen in the future. Here are some examples. So here we have a possible action, Clint studies hard. The other possible action, Clint passes his exams. So you put them together. If Clint studies hard, he will pass his exams. Very good. So this is the simple present and this is the future. So now the next two actions, Clint passes his exams, Clint gets his degree. So if Clint passes his exams, he will get his degree. This is the possible future, and this is the action, simple present. And the last one they have, you go to Thailand, you see the elephants. So if you go to Thailand, you should see the elephants. Remember, should is deber. Deber. Si vas a Thailand, debes ver los elefantes. All right, so those are examples. If and then will. So if this action, maybe this consequence or action. And these right here are the same examples as here in exercise A. So if I study hard, I'll pass my exams. I will. And then the next level, if I pass my exams, I'll get my degree. If I get my degree, I can get a job and make a lot of money. So I can. So there you go. So that's how you would use those in a pretty good example. So exercise B says check the sentences that include a conditional form. So remember, conditional form is if and an action and then a future action. So number 1, I don't always get time off from my job. Does that include a conditional form? No, there is no if and there is no future. This is a regular sentence, so X. Number 1 is an X. Number 2, if I get good grades, my parents will be proud. Is this conditional? Okay, yes it is, and why? Because if this action and then maybe this future action. So if I get good grades, my parents will be proud. Put a check. Number 3, if you're free this weekend, we should play soccer. Is this conditional? Yes. It says if this action, then we should do this action. So that is in the conditional form. My little sister will cry if you try to take away her tablet. Is this the conditional form? Yes, it is. It's just in a different order. So it has if, and this is the future possible action. It's just in the reverse order. So look, if you start with the if condition, It's if this and a comma. You need that comma. However, if you start with the future possible action, there is no comma. My little sister will cry if you try to take away her tablet. Put a check. Number 5, my family usually takes a trip in the summertime. Is this in the conditional form? No. No, it is not. There is no if and there is no possible future action. So X. Number 5 is an X. And number 6, you should definitely see the elephants if you go to Thailand. Is that in the conditional form? Yes. It's the same order as number 4. So if you go to Thailand, you should definitely see the elephants. So number 6, check. And that's everything for part B. And in your own time, practice reading these sentences out loud to yourself to help you practice your English. Now, let's go to the next page. Section C says match the sentence halves. So we have the first half of the conditional, and then we have the second half. So first, I want you to repeat after me. If you go to Europe. If she goes to the beach. If we go hiking. If they run out of flour. If we don't take care of the environment. If Bob wants a promotion. All right, good. Now let's go to this side. He will have to work hard. They won't be able to make a cake. We will get lost in the mountains. Our children will not have a beautiful planet to live on. You can see beautiful old buildings. She can swim. All right, so let's match these together. So if you go to Europe, all right, if you go to Europe, you can see beautiful old buildings. If you go to Europe, you can see beautiful old buildings. Number 2, if she goes to the beach, she can swim. If she goes to the beach, she can swim. Number 3, if we go hiking, we will get lost in the mountains. If we go hiking, we will get lost in the mountains. Number 4, if they run out of flour, they won't be able to make a cake. If they run out of flour, they won't be able to make a cake. That is sad. Que triste. Number 5, if we don't take care of the environment, our children will not have a beautiful planet to live on. If we don't take care of the environment, our children will not have a beautiful planet to live on. Number 6, if Bob wants a promotion, he will have to work hard. If Bob wants a promotion, he will have to work hard. All right, so now that you have completed all the sentences, Practice reading to yourself out loud each one and just keep repeating them several times. But for now, let's go to exercise D. Exercise D says put the words in the correct order to make sentences. So we have these parts. We got to put them in order. So before you listen to this audio, you should pause the video and try to do this yourself. And then after you finish it, check your answers with me. And remember, one easy trick is every sentence starts with a capital letter. So if you don't know what's first, look for the one that has a capital letter. If this has a capital letter, if my father. All right. But for example number 4 has if with a capital letter and I with a capital letter. So remember, I is always capitalized. So if there's another capital letter, this is first. This is not first. All right. So let's pause the video, try to do these on your own, and then come back and listen. But for right now, I'm going to explain everything. So, if my father has time off, comma, my family will go on vacation. All right. Number 2, if we go to the mountains, comma, we will camp along the trail. Don't forget to put your period. Number 3, if we go to the beach, my mother will be happy. All right, good. Number 4, if we go camping, I won't have a good time. Number 5, if we go to New York, comma, we can visit my uncle. Number 6, if we don't go on vacation, I can study English at home. Man, that sounds like a great idea. Very good. All right, so practice reading these on your own. And if you need to, go back and listen to make sure your answers are correct. And then this last one, it has this right here talking about finish the story. Don't worry about that. Solo ustedes necesitan crear una oración usando este tema. If something blah, 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 will something else. All right, so use the grammar first conditional to write your own sentence here. And that is it for grammar. In the next video, we will work on the listening section.